part 2 on the last read that I just did. Because this ending could go one or two ways. I see both sides. I also see this as the ancestors on the ass of this Queen of Wands, and she is finished. That is why she's had her last day in the light. She has no more connection, no protection. This is a doppelganger. This card landed like this in the last read. This card was representing you and your duality. This is a motherfucking Empress in reverse. That's a doppelganger that is upset at how you have held the monster within. You didn't go off on that heifer. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go off on her. She was expecting you to lose your cool, lose your balance because of your free will, but you dead in that shit. Now she might be seeing the inside of a coffin. Something's going to be ending for her. Something's coming to a death. She did not want to release her grips on what was not hers. Now she has to watch you and your celebration moving forward in love. She's stuck on the sidelines because of her jealousy. So, let's see. Thug on the bottom of this deck that I just reached for. So she may be saying the inside of a prison for being shady. Wow. Keep speaking, ancestors. She thought of this as such a romantic thing. She's obsessed with it. She was just infatuated with the idea of taking over your personality, your position. But the ancestor stepped in. Freaking doppelganger that is now in a ruin because you kept your balance. Divine masculine at the bottom of the deck. Could be male or female energy there. Doesn't have to be a female. But I'm just saying female because those are the cards. Somebody that's playing fake busy. Because things are illuminated. The truth is discovered. People are waking up to the truth. And they're drinking right now to try to cope. Because they know the truth is out. And they spent their last day in the light. And they want to prevent this firestorm. They don't want to look at it. They can't dance in the fire. So they're wanting to come back around and pop the question. Or they know that someone will be popping the question to you. They know that you'll get a new offer. Because you illuminated this fire hellhole of a mess that they wanted for you. Them wanting to come in. This can go many different ways, this story. They're ashamed of the mess they've caused. They don't want to be rejected. And they miss you. So, this love offer, beware of this first love offers that are coming in during this time. Because you're not repeating a karmic lesson. They may want to trap you with a love child, male or female. Both be cautious. Don't think women are the only ones that try to trap men, because there are men that would love to trap a woman. I know firsthand. They're blocked. They're out of time. No more off, on, hot, cold, detached relationships. You go sit that crap. And this romance that's coming in, is this karmic that's trying again? Because they see you living in the moment, happy, and they're going through a spiritual awakening. They want to bring their shit over to you. Because they already know about this fucking Empress in reverse that's a doppelganger that he's fed up with. Or she, vice versa. They want to move on. They want to let go now. Now they want to release what's dead. Now they want to be free of that because they've already gotten hit with the karma. The cycle's closed. Things are being illuminated of their wicked ways. Now they're pretending like they're fed up with this bitch. It's too late. There's no more time. This ain't a queen bee, and her side hustle gig is up. And you blocked that fool. Now, of course, they probably still spam calling you, but you blocked it, and they're just trying to cope using alcohol and sex, and they're not happy because you moved on and let go, and you're carefree, and the sweet talk won't work, even if they say they're a twin flame using spell work on you behind your back with another woman that's jealous. A doppelganger bitch ass hoe. Now this fool don't want to be rejected, but it's too late. You're going to be living in the moment, carefree, a union with yourself, if not with someone else, but it won't be with a twin flame that's thrown spell work on you, and now they're fucking lost their mind because they fried themselves, burnt by the sun, blocked from having any financial success, and looking at jail time because of the karmic bitch ties that they had, instead of going through a awakening, having an actual bond that meant something that would lead them down the red carpet. Instead, they're stuck in a hate-love relationship only with the memories of you because they mishandled you, thinking that you were just reckless sex. Now they're in massive regret, stalking your ass with secret accounts and getting readings on you, feeling like shit that they don't want anybody to know about. Now praying to the heavens that they could find their way back to you because they knew that they were a fucking jackass and there are no strings attached and no way you can be risked away with a romance knowing that this bitch is a Jezebel, not a divine masculine, who's only a shady character wearing a mask that always was off and on, hot, cold, holding their own emotions within. And it's shocking news that you know about this fake-ass business behind the scenes. That the Jezebel probably said that they got her pregnant, and it's not even his child. You've been in seclusion, separated, connecting with your guide, self-reflection, reflecting, and soul-searching, which is bad news to them because you are very aware of your feelings and very careful about who you let handle them. So you close that cycle, and all they can do is sit there with a worthless bitch, watching them wanting to send love messages to you while you're living happily single, doing you, and they're dealing with legal matters. With a love child that they don't even know it's theirs, facing lots of endings and goodbyes, missing you, being stuck in their ways, only being able to constantly try to cope with their toxic lifestyle, being a thug, because you can see clearly that they were only mirroring. And it's their fault if they were glamored by love spells because they were vibrating so low. Now they're bumping heads with that person because it's not a divine feminine that they thought they could throw magic at. But it was a divine pretend feminine that threw magic at them. A backstabber. And they all need to learn self-love. Maybe it could be a condition that spreads that they can learn self-love. Not feeling left on red, but going within, having closure of your own, being true to yourself instead of losing sleep and continuing vicious cycles that you want to keep hidden that you're feeling trapped by. We can go on and on. But that is the message. Doppelganger and the sidekick. That failed. Peace.